Hey guys, welcome back to Planet JeJuDa, and it is the first Saturday of April, and I decided, regardless of where I'm at, on the first Saturday of every month, I am going to show an update of my Roll That Die 2025 mood temperature blanket. And as you know, I have been way behind. I just started working up February, so this is where we're at. I absolutely, oh my goodness, I am so proud of this, and and what's funny, my all-time favorite colors are orange and a blue, and my strikeout favorite color so far with all the colors is this minty green color. Absolutely love all the colors, and I love how they're working up. It is just gorgeous, and I love February is going to be very blue wave heavy if I remember correctly. But yeah, I am loving how this is coming out. And imagine, so this was the start of my February. So this soft white row is the last row for January. So imagine from here down, that's going to be roughly the size of my blanket times 12. That is, oh, I cannot wait to finish this. I cannot wait to get caught up. I did go up a size on my hook. Hold on a second. Let me go get the hook and my other stuff, and I'll be able to give you all the correct information. All right, so I'm back. So I originally started with the J10, and I have it written down here. My J10 6mm hook. That's what I started with. And my stitches, because learning, I was so kind of loosey-goosey when I first started, because this was the beginning of my blanket. And as I progressed and started to get up here, I started tightening up my tension unintentionally, but I started tightening up my tension, and so it was suggested, which I'd already thought, but my thought was confirmed with the suggestion to go up a hook size, which I did do. So I am now using my K 10.5, which is a 6.5mm hook, and I'm loving how it's coming out. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love all these colors. All these colors have significance to me, whether it be my favorite colors, my husband's favorite colors, or just something that I fell in love with when I was starting out. Like the minty, I fell in love with that, and it is my standout color of this blanket so far. And it's, oddly enough, it is the least used next to gray, I want to say. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in the minty, and my gray, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So the gray and minty, which are these two right here, are the least used colors at the moment. But the minty is my, yeah, I can't keep going on and on and on about it. But there's that. So as you can see, I finally finished January, and I'm starting in February. So I've already rolled for all of February. I haven't rolled for all of March. I will start doing that when I get closer to getting to March. So, and just to know what the little asterisks that is me knowing that I need to start that particular row with a tier at the very beginning. So I do my normal single crochet in that very first stitch, and then that immediate second stitch will be a tier. So that's what those are. That's I messed up, which is why you see 2 rows of them. Like there's this one, and then this is my scribbled out one. But yeah, so that's just letting me know when I need to start a row with my tiers. And I realized, which I was catching myself when I was actually doing the rows, but I accidentally skipped a tier on my first February row, and I wasn't about to fix it. So let me show you. It is right here. So this blue should have had a tier right here, but it doesn't. And that was the start of February. So I thought, well, I should have been doing something to designate each month, like a bead on the tasseled ends, which I don't have any beads, and so I couldn't do that. And I'm like, okay, what am I going to do to designate each month? So from now on, my accident, and to quote Bob Ross, is now a happy little accident. Each time I start a new month, I am going to skip, not in the same row per se, but I will skip a tier so that I can figure out where each month sits without having to fully count them out. I'm sure you're not going to really notice. I mean, you do. Now that I pointed it out, you can definitely see it from, right in front of you. But yeah, so that is something I'm going to start doing for each and every month. I will skip a tier on that first day's row, and that way I can go back and be like, exactly, this is all of February, this is all of July, this is all of December, and know for sure what colors were what, even though I have it written down. So I said this morning in my daily to-dos that I wanted to look up the history of the Apache tiers pattern and where it came from. Obviously, with the word tiers, I knew it was going to be something sad or even tragic, which I am 100% correct on. The legend behind the Apache tiers pattern is so sad, but it makes this mosaic pattern such a neat way to pay tribute to those that have passed on, which this, I'm gonna cry, which this is a tribute to my grandma, because she made the original blanket that I'm basing this one off of. Now, I have no idea whether or not she knew the history of the actual pattern. She may have, I don't know. And I have no idea if she did she make her blanket, which I'll go get in just a moment. Did she make her blanket in tribute to somebody? And I mean, this one, mine, is in tribute to my grandma. And so, yeah, let me go get hers. I'll be right back. All right, so this was my grandma's that she made. And clearly hers has a pattern. She used, I believe, 10 colors and goes in order. Although there is this one section right here that she added instead of, she must have ran out, I'm not sure, but she, instead of doing a blue, she did this like brighter blue. So there's that. But yeah, this is my grandma's. And here is mine. Very similar. I did mine in the exact pattern that she did. So there's 10 single crochets or double crochets in UK terms. And then on the, no, I'm sorry, 9 single crochets, and then the 10th is the tier, which is the double crochets, which would be treble crochet in UK terms. But they're very similar. If I cannot pull my hair, even in color, but that's just because I absolutely love orange. I don't have any purple, she does. So yeah, that's my grandma's, this is mine, and I absolutely love them. But like I said, I don't know if she knew the history of the Apache tears. So when I Googled what is the history of the Apache tears crochet pattern, the AI overview says the Apache tears crochet stitch pattern, known for its visually dramatic zigzagging effect, is named after a Native American legend, though its origins and connection to the stitches creation are unclear, sparking some debate within the crochet community. So here's the breakdown. The legend, the Apache tears name, is inspired by a Native American legend about Apache warriors who chose to ride their horses off a cliff rather than be killed, and their kin's tears turning into obsidian stones upon hitting the ground. Wow. The stitch is created using front post double treble stitches. Sorry, I can't read because my eyes are tearing up. Which add depth and texture, making it ideal for blankets, scarves, and home decor projects. Debate and concern. Some crocheters feel uncomfortable with the name Apache tears because they question whether it was created out of respect for the legend or if it came later from somebody fetishizing Native American culture. I don't know. I don't know. How it's made. The stitch features single crochet worked in the back loops of the previous row, with the tier effect created by working double crochets in the front loops of 2 rows below. Color work. The beauty of Apache tears lies in its color work, where different shades highlight the stitch's dramatic zigzagging pattern. And then it has a video of how to do the Apache tears. And so that is the AI overview. If you want to just go ahead and Google that yourself, you can. That, I will say, definitely is a tragic story, which I can imagine being true. I mean, whether or not this pattern was created to honor the legend, the AI didn't give me that information. I would have to ask somebody, a part of the Apache tribe, whether that is true or not. Was it started by the Apaches, or was it just started by someone? And, you know, you can honor this culture, whether it's Native American or any other cultures, by doing this work. I attribute it to being something in honor of. And I can see this pattern definitely being a tribute to someone who has passed. And if I remember, I will, let me look up what obsidian stone looks like. I will put a picture. Let's see. I will put a picture of what an obsidian stone looks like. Oh, okay. So it's a black stone. I should have known that. It's beautiful. It's one of my favorite stones to use for jewelry. Let's see. Meaning. Let's see what the AI says. Obsidian, a naturally occurring volcanic glass, so it's actually glass, is often associated with protection, grounding, and spiritual cleansing, helping to release negative and promote self-awareness. Wow. Okay. That is very, very cool, which I can totally see the Apache utilizing that as part of their history. Very cool. Very, very cool. That story, the legend is tragic and incredibly sad. But doing this pattern, I would definitely do it to pay tribute to those who have passed on before us. And even using colors that those people, whoever it may be, absolutely loved. So, yeah. Wow. I knew it wasn't going to be a happy story because, I mean, come on. It's literally Apache tears. Although it could have been happy tears. But I knew it was probably going to be something very sad and tragic, and it is. But it is a beautiful pattern that you can work up in multiple ways. I will have to do some more research and see how many, because honestly, I don't think you can do every stitch as a tier, because then you wouldn't be able to do the next, you couldn't create new tiers, adding each row. So I don't know if it would be in every other thing or what, but anyways, this is absolutely beautiful. I am in love with it. It is paying tribute to my grandma, which coincides with the legend. And the legend is incredibly tragic and very, very sad. So take that with what you will. It is a beautifully tragic story, but this is a beautifully worked up pattern that I'm incredibly proud of my rendering of it. And I would like to know if my grandma knew. One day I will find out. And whether or not her blanket, was it made to be in tribute, or was it just something that she did? That would be something fascinating to find out. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, I would love it if you would hit the like button. And if you'd like to be notified of any and all future uploads, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click all on the notification bell. And with that, remember, gravity works, guys.